You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by connecting with her roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Kevin?
Great story, DA. Thank you. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Brooklyn, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they've proven time and time again this season that not only are they for real, but they may be the team to beat.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. And it's Jordan in at the 5. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Cook out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's McGee in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin,
yes,
based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. And actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
They double him with LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. Prince misses. And here's the Lakers. Loads it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing is off the charts. Just look at that feed.
Now, here is Irving. He's guarded closely. Pass to LeVert. Prince outside. To the middle. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Prince.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high. Makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Here is Cook. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Caldwell-Pope. And it's KD with the rebound. Shoots it. And James pulls it down. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Bulls.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
Pass to LeVert. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
And, you know, the mid-range, Jay, continuing to look better over time for LeVert, showing real improvement in knocking that shot down.
Now here's LeBron. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
And the dunk by James.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Caldwell-Pope against LeVert. There's the pass to Durant. Lobs it up for Jordan.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
Pass to LeBron. Down low, Davis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Lakers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
And that one falls for Davis. And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
And both free throws good for Davis.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time on a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Here's Irving following the basket by Anthony Davis. Durant for three.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
And that's always your first priority defensively, Greg, and I think they're doing a nice job.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense. And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Here's Irving following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Count that bucket.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
Here is Cook. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. No one near James as he lets it go. Drains it from beyond the arc.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Here's Irving, down by 12. Outside Jordan. Back to Irving, launches it, buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Now here's James. 7 points in the game. Pass to Cook. 6 on the shot clock. McGee trying to break free. Cook, good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Irving, and he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. Outside Durant from downtown. He can't hit that time. And it's the Lakers the other way. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Live by the three, die by the three. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
And, you know, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And LeBron James, Clark, climbing the all-time scoring list. Last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Kevin Durant.
You know, just looking back at things, I'd be hard-pressed to find a more complete stretch of games by anyone in the league. He was getting it done and stuffing the stat sheet night in and night out on both ends of the floor. Truly a dominant run. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Irving following the basket by LeBron James. And here's Irving. He has 5. No good from 11 feet.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Irving.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
That free throw, no good. Clark, a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points, and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. 16-point lead. And Kuzma slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Brooklyn's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Dinwiddie outside. Right side Irving. And the Nets miss again.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here is Cook. He averages about 5 points a game. LeBron drives in, and the dunk by James.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Let's take a peek at the league's assist leaders. 5th on the list, LeBron James.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
Harris kicks to Chandler. Nets passing it around. It's Allen on the wing. Back to Irving. Allen outside to end the run. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cook the pass to Davis. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And the basket is good. And he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot. And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
And that is always a good recipe for offensive efficiency and a key to their lead tonight.
Now here's Crawford. Pass to Chandler. Here's Allen. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
A dependable passer. Chandler doesn't just look to score. I mean, he's also good at finding his open teammates.
Here is Cook. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Give Kuzma room to elevate, and he is a prime-time throwdown. He's going to jam it right in your mug.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Out to the right wing. Here's Cook. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
2.
And he makes the first. And at 6'6", Spencer Dinwiddie's tall for a point guard, but Clark, despite his size, very slippery off the dribble.
Yeah, he's ill-like when you talk about him off the dribble, guys. I mean, excellent change of pace, and he's got a quick first step. And once he gets in the lane, his size helps him be a good finisher.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Howard's checked in for James. Green comes in for Caldwell Pope. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Cook.
You know, the next step for Dinwiddie is to just become more consistent going forward, especially when it comes to scoring, because I think he does everything else pretty well.
Now, here's Howard. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Dinwiddie. An 11-point game for him in the win against Chicago. Allen kicks to Dinwiddie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Rondo. And again, it's the Nets missing. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. The drive by Green, and there it is for him.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
1:37 left to play in the first quarter. And there's the pass to Harris. High arcing shot. He lays it in.
You know, what nice touch that time on the floater. I mean, you can tell Harris is comfortable going to that shot when the opportunity is there.
Now here's Rondo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to Davis. Chandler with the steal. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Harris passes to Crawford. From deep. Kuzma pulls it in. And so it's the Lakers with it. Loads it up for Davis. Allen with the rebound.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Rondo against Dinwiddie. Howard with a clean look. Gets an open look and hits.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now Rondo jacks up a three, and Davis with the basket on the assist by Rondo. 14 points for Davis. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Los Angeles Lakers. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the versatility this roster has.
I like our depth. I like that we could play, we could play big, we could play small. We can match up with a lot of different teams. And it's just a matter of us going out there and playing consistent basketball. It's easier said than done. But we like who we are right now. We just got to continue to keep getting better.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Allen is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Crawford, and it's Harris in at the three, the small forward. Crawford's shot is good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Green. Here's Kuzma. Allen with the rebound. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago after stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent. They're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Here's Bradley following the score by Jamal Crawford. And here's Green outside. They get it back. Howard. Los Angeles with another miss. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now here's Bradley. Dwight Howard missing his last shot.
Boy, that expansive reach of Allen. I mean, so good at positioning himself and using his length and timing to stifle shooting.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Dinwiddie with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. Then for the Nets, Kevin Durant comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Pass to LeVert. It's stolen by Bradley. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
Here's Dinwiddie, following the score by Avery Bradley. Now here's LeVert. An 11-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Can't cash in from close range.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Bradley. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Kuzma finds Howard, and he's going up for the alley-oop. And here we go, the fast break with Dinwiddie. And it's LeVert missing.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Lakers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Harris. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Howard. Clark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about that three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. That's terrific. And it's Bradley with the ball for Los Angeles. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. And here is Durant, following Kyle Kuzma's three.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
It's Bradley on the wing. He's covered by Irving, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Prince outside. Nets passing it around. Green against LeVert. Can't hit from 12.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here is Howard. He's got 5. Just 5 on the clock. Bradley makes it off the glass. Bradley's got his second bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Nets shooting 44% from the field in the second. Pass to LeVert. Kicks to Jordan. Now Kevin Durant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Dwight Howard.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he hits nearly 90% of his free throws for his career.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
And here's Bradley. James up top. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the bright lights of L.A. perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
Quinn Cook's checked in for Los Angeles. The Lakers on offense. They're on a 15-6 run.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Irving. 5 points in the game. Tipped away. And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, he's fantastic at playing to his strengths. Doesn't get outside of himself. I mean, when he's scoring at an efficient clip like that, he's hard to stop.
The Nets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Here's Irving. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to James. The pass to McGee. 4 on the clock. He's looking for Caldwell Pope and finds him. Shoots over LeVert. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Irving looking over the floor. There's the 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
Here's Kuzma. No good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Their next game is in San Francisco, so a road game with the Warriors. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Here is Cook. 7 points in the game. Stolen by Durant. And it's Prince penetrating.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Here is Cook. James outside. Oh, Kuzma's in position. And it's Davis missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Prince, he gets it in there. Prince has got 4 points in the quarter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here is Cook. He's covered by Irving. And the dunk by LeBron.
Superb timing by LeBron on that alley-oop.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Passes to Jordan. It's LeVert on the wing. Plenty of space, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Here is Cook. He feeds it to LeBron. Kuzma, right side. Floats it up for James. The rebound by Prince. Burnett shooting around 41% on the night. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Here is Cook. He has 7. To the wing right side. Here's Kuzma. From down in the low post, it goes. Kuzma's got 14.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Clark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Quinn Cook.
This is what makes LeBron so special. He does it at both ends. Great tenacity on defense.
The shot's good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Dinwiddie outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Dinwiddie's so good at figuring out ways to get the defense to foul him. You just can't be careless defensively when you're guarding Dinwiddie.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so don't doubt he's pleased with that.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Now here's Kuzma. 16 points for him. Here's Caldwell Pope. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
I think it's important that Caldwell Pope makes these shots, showing real toughness, converting through contact.
59 seconds left here in the second. Crawford against Caldwell Pope. Pass to Dinwiddie. At the elbow, it's Allen. 5 on the clock. Here's Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn. LA has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And it's Davis with the jam.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
30 seconds left now here in the second. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Caldwell Pope against Crawford. Allen surveying the D. Takes a 3. And Crawford gets it to go on the assist by Allen. And that's now 9 points for Jamal Crawford.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 2 assists, and 1 block. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Well, it's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by James.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look that he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Cook. And it's McGee in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great, great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
Here is McGee. After Taurean Prince's bucket, Davis, the pass to McGee. Not going to go that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
LA has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Caldwell-Pope passes to LeBron, and he makes that one. LeBron's got 18 points in the game.
So demoralizing and a helpless feeling for a defender to be that tight on LeBron and still not be able to stop him.
Now here's LeVert. He has 6. Irving, good. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Davis against KD. Caldwell-Pope outside. To the inside. James dishes to Davis. Here's McGee. Back to LeBron. Over Prince. And James gets it to go on the assist by McGee. And that's now 20 points for LeBron. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Fires the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
James against Prince. LeBron kicks to Cook. Jordan against McGee. Shot clock at 6. Floats it up for James. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
That shot was made possible by the work of Anthony Davis.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Now LeVert. He's got 6. Pass to Irving. Teardrop shot. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
Irving finds Prince. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Here is Cook. 7 points in the game. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. The fadeaway, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Now, here is Irving. 14 points for him. Can't connect from 13 feet out. James, the pass to Davis. Here is McGee. Trying to get open is Davis. McGee's shot is off. There's the steal. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
First one falls for him.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
Both free throws good from McGee. The Nets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Back to Durant, looking to get it going. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Bradley with the ball. On the wing, James. And it falls over the rim and in. James has got 24.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Irving against Bradley. Here's Durant. Rebounded by the Lakers. LeBron's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Bradley off the drive. Misses from short range.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
To the right side. Now here's Howard. He has 5. Clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. From deep 3-point range, but they get it back. Rebounded by the Nets.
Poor execution. That was not how they drew up that possession.
Bradley on the double team. Prince misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. James kicks to Bradley. That 3 off the mark.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Here's Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And he's done this so much that we almost take Kyrie for granted. Let's take tonight to appreciate what a special player he is.
Now here's LeBron. 24 points for him. Outside, Green. Back to LeBron from outside the arc. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Green, the pass to LeBron. 6 to shoot. And Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
And it's sent back by Howard. And they get it back. Green against LeVert. Goes up again. That one good for 2. LeVert's got 8 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Green. Here's LeBron. Good. Nice job down low. LeBron's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. And the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Green. Harris kicks to KD. No good on that one.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Now the pass to Kuzma. James looking it over to the left side wing. Rondo passes to LeBron. That one falls. LeBron's got 12 points in just the second half.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the basket is good.
Well, I love the mindset of Allen there. I mean, when he gets the ball in that spot, he's very aggressive.
Los Angeles leading by 23. Outside Rondo. On the wing, Irving. He drains the quick shot. Irving's got 21 in the game.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
LeBron against KD. And here's Bradley from 3. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 3rd assist on the night. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. Over in the corner, Allen. Just 3 to shoot. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Kuzma, left side. And the Lakers with another turnover here.
And checking out the stats for Kyle Kuzma. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Getting around 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Now Irving, after Jared Allen missed from long range. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a 1-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, safe to say Allen's defense is ahead of his offense?
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
Good on both.
Boy, a stalwart defender who knows his strengths on offense. I mean, Allen is a fantastic two-way threat, and he wants to get better. This is a guy whose future is bright.
Now here's Bradley. He has 7. Back to LeBron. Shot from 6. That one goes. Count it. LeBron's got 14 points here in the second half.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's Kuzma following the shot by Kevin Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. And he's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for LeBron. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Bradley. And Quinn Cook sub in for Rajon Rondo. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
Free throw good, Howard.
And when you think of Howard, defense and rebounding immediately comes to mind. I mean, he knows his role and plays it pretty well.
He doesn't get the second one. Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And the basket by Harris.
Yeah, you know, it's all about running the right set. And right there, Harris does just that to capitalize.
Here is Cook. He's got 7. Davis from 12 feet out. That's good from Howard, and the assist by Davis. Davis has got his 3rd assist on the night. .59 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Tipped away. Outside Irving. Outside KD. This one for 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Durant's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
Here is Cook. Kuzma passes to Howard. Here's Davis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kevin Durant. For Los Angeles, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. First free throw is good. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. 26 seconds left in the third. Davis against KD. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the third. Clock at 4. From deep. That shot missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Lakers ahead, just dominating this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here is Cook. So for Brooklyn now, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Crawford. And it's Harris in at the 3. Caldwell Pope finds Kuzma. Right side Davis. Knocked loose. Crawford with the steal. Dinwiddie wide open. Rebounded by the Lakers. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. You like that?
Yes and no. I think you have 2 separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. Now Davis, following Durant's 3-point attempt. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Dinwiddie. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. Harris misses.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
It's Davis on the wing, guarded by Harris. And they double up Davis. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Howard finds Davis. Second chance shot. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 6 rebounds in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. JaVale McGee's checked in for Dwight Howard. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Durant. And it's Prince in for Harris. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's guarded closely. 6 on the shot clock. Jordan the pass to Dinwiddie. From the top of the key, he buries it.
Boy, set up nicely there. Dinwiddie plays well without the ball. He's not just a point guard, fellas.
Cook kicks to Caldwell Pope. Fires for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Here is Cook. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Davis down low. He's against Jordan. And Davis puts it in.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
The Nets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Crawford. Here's the floater. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists now in this one. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Outside, Davis. Over Crawford. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 24 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Now here's Crawford. A rebound by the Lakers. McGee's got 6 rebounds in the game. Knocks it loose. He kicks it to Cook. Clark, last season we saw more of the global games series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt, about a week to 10 days where you're in another country, but it's great for the game and it's great for the fans in those countries.
The Nets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Caldwell Pope dishes to Cook. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
Caldwell Pope really solid at passing the ball, and passes like that prove it.
Here now is Dinwiddie. Pass to Allen. Dishes it to Crawford. The 17-footer. And the jumper falls for him. Crawford's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Here is Cook. Kicks it to McGee. There's the pass to Caldwell Pope. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. James checked in for the Lakers. And the Nets making a change here as well. Karis LeVert's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Nets have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. LeVert the pass to Jordan. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Jordan, high post. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Here is Cook. James outside. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Shoots over LeVert. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Kevin Durant comes in for Allen. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Here's Irving. McGee with the block. LeBron outside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. to the paint. Here's Jordan. McGee with the block. Caldwell Pope against LeVert. Davis, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Davis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Shots are just flowing him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Nets shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Outside Irving. Over Cook. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Lakers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Davis with the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Brooklyn with the ball. Pass to LeVert. Back to Irving. No good on the triple. Lakers have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Durant dishes to Jordan. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. Here's Irving. Pass to LeVert. Back to Irving. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good, Irving. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Both free throws good for Irving. LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Caruso. Clark, for a while now, you and I were just talking. We've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
The Lakers with the ball after the miss from Crawford. Passes it to Waiters. Outside Rondo. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Morris. No good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Waiters. Temple can't get it to go. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Here's Caruso. Waiters outside. The tray. Rebounded by the Nets. Nobody near Irving. Up again. Rondo on the double team. In the corner, it's Temple. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. they've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
It's picked off.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And playing this team only twice on the year, yet you have to feel good about their strategy and execution. Tonight they complete the season series sweep against the Nets.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LeBron.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Rondo kicks to Caruso. Lakers working the ball around now. Howard, the pass to Waiters. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Caruso. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And again, no good by the Lakers. It's Crawford with the drive, and he goes in for the dunk.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Now here's Waiters. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, you know, before we started the game, you know, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. You know, we were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and, you know, our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did coming out of that timeout and never looked back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And we'll see you next time.